What's good, y'all? It's Noble. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to make samples like Wheezy for Gunna. He just dropped a new album called DS4, so it's going to be something like that. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so before I break it down, this is what the final sample sounds like. Crazy. So the first part of this sample is this brass shot from Holy and Vicus's one-shot kit called Fortune, and the brass is called Epic. First thing I did was pitch it down 100 cents. For effects, what I'm trying to achieve here is distortion and reverb, but not too much. To help that out, I'm using automations, and I'm also automating the bass of the brass. The most important of these effects is the creamy snowflakes on Guitar Rig 6. While I play this, just look at the automations and notice how everything is giving it a swell feeling. This bass level might not make any sense right now, but I'm about to break down the bass and it'll make more sense. So before I explain what I'm doing here, this is what the bass sounds like sold. So the preset I'm using here is from Serum. It's called the Respace. But for Dark Nard or Wick samples, you really don't need this specific bass. You just need any kind of low end that sounds smooth. In the pattern, you can see that these two Bs are matching up with the low end from the chord on the brass. But where I made that automation is where these two other notes come in. So now it should make sense why I had to make that automation so we didn't have any contrasting bass frequencies. For effects, I'm using a sausage fattener to make it a little bit more full. And then I automated the sidechain preset in Gross Beat. And what that does is allow it to hit on the 1, but then swell on the 2, and then fade out on the 3 and the 4, allowing those last two little pickup notes to work. Next, we got a texture from my Cadence one-shot kit. So next I loaded up Contact, went to the Crystal Flute Bank from Embertone, and I set this from legato to short and switched the ornaments to minor. And usually I use this stage button, but here I didn't. This is what the MIDI sounded like with no effects. From here I added the hot glue preset from Thermal, the default preset on Sketch Cassette, and then a bunch of other effects that are basically just giving it reverb and delay. So with the effects we get this. So next I had this one little accent that I split into 2 different parts, but in the final sample I didn't end up keeping it. It's really important to get your ideas down when you're making samples. When you have an idea, just lay it down. If it doesn't make it in the final sample, that's okay. What's most important is using your creativity and your inspiration when it comes to you. When you start doing that, that's when you're going to start making your best samples. So last accent that did make the final sample is called Crystallation. It's from Cadence, and I added a little pancake delay and reverb. This delay is very underrated. I would definitely recommend it. It's called Delay Eternity. The default preset has this fuzz at the end of it that gives the sound a lot more warmth. For master effects, I'm about to show you my most current master chain for samples. So this is usually what my master looks like when I'm done mixing. A couple things that might stand out is having the actual knob turned up, the stereo separation on the master is altered, and I also use these knobs here. I usually find it's good to raise the high end a little bit and lower the low end a little bit. It helps make everything sound more clear. So having this soft clipper and this BK master desk is pretty much how I cancel out any clipping that might come from raising the master knob. And you already know I gotta have the gentle modulation on Sketch Cassette with the flutter down. And this plugin is goated, man. I love using the Sound Shifter Wave Stereo. It helps give the sample a whole new feeling, and you can use it while you're making the sample too, which can really help with ideas. The only knob you gotta mess with is this one. So yeah, with all the master effects and the new pitch, this is what the final sample sounds like. That's going to be about it for the video, y'all. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe because we are very, very close to 2K. And I got some crazy shit on the way for my YouTube. I don't know how soon it's coming, but y'all gonna know. And on a side note, I actually just got confirmation on a placement with Gunna, so I need y'all to pray for me. Hope we can make the deluxe. Go cop Cadence, first link in the description. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play a beat and make the sample now. So I'm out of here.